J. Anderson. First, I'm going to give my disclaimer. Politically Street is not a politically endorsing podcast. We're only here for information purposes only. We're only here to spotlight people doing astounding things in our community, business owners, and elected officials. So, with that being said, I have none other than Dewayne Mooney here, y'all, from California, here to promote his book called Sacred Man. First off, Mr. Mooney, can you give about a little background about where you're from and where you grew up and things like that?
Well, first of all, I'm from the famous comedian writer who just passed, Mr. Paul Mooney, who was a comedian extraordinaire. Thank you. And so I have a twin brother named Daryl Mooney. We are the Mooney twins.
Okay.
So we're comedians, educators, also investors, and what I would like to call internet entrepreneur.
Gotcha.
Right. So, and also success coaches. So now I've been around for a while. Been doing stand-up, was doing stand-up for a long time, but the whole thing was, you know, I got tired of being a broke conscious comic.
Okay.
You know, because it lasts for about 2 years with women. They laughing for 2 years, and all of a sudden, where's the money?
Right.
Jokes, that's cool, but so I had to develop, you know, really get into making money, and also, you know, the whole thing about this book, Sacred Man, how to a man's guide to openly loving, healing, and managing multiple women, came about because, you know, I would get in these relationships over the years, but I wouldn't be happy. I would always go into a subtle depression, which is real weird.
It is weird.
And it was because it was almost like, for me, is this it? It's just gonna be me and her forever, ever? Just me and her. I love her, but just her. See, I'm a Gemini, so I need variety naturally.
Gotcha.
So I always got depressed. I didn't know, and so because of my depression, I never really got out of the relationship what I needed and what she needed. Because I really never studied relationships. I really never studied the woman that I was with and what her needs were and how it fit with what I wanted, how it was a collaboration. I never went there because I was always slightly depressed. And throughout the years, when relationships started ending, when my main relationship ended, that we were together for 14 years and had 2 children.
Oh, wow.
She got rid of me, dumped me.
Oh, wow.
I said, well, it must be me. You know, 3 strikes you out. And so, and I was so weak, I was like crawling, guilt, angst, and the woman left me, my children, crawling, just baited out, just weak. My oldest son said, Dad, you want to go to Brazil?
Uh-oh.
I'm like, and this was during the time where Snoop Dogg came out with that record, Beautiful.
Okay.
What's the name? Pharrell?
Pharrell.
They came out beautiful. It was all in Brazil. He said, we're going to go there. I'm like, okay. It was São Paulo in Brazil. So we actually went there where they videoed they did the video. So of course, when we went there, all the women, all the people there knew of Snoop Dogg. They were like, you know Snoop Dogg? I said, yeah, I know Snoop Dogg. I said, I know his son, Bow Wow. I know them all. Know them all. Snoop Dogg, Bow Wow. I know all the dogs. So it was, so we had fun because in that area, they really loved black men, right? So I had a ball. So when I was there, I got to be with Ashanti. No, it wasn't Ashanti, but I got to be with Ashanti. Looked like Ashanti. Beyonce, Erykah Badu, my high school crush on the teacher, women that didn't want to deal with me all my life, that I wanted, that I got to deal with. So I got to, I saw women that looked like everybody I ever wanted. So that was a healing for me.
Mm.
Which it was almost like Malcolm going to Mecca, how he changed. Oh, there's other Muslims and other races. For me, it was like, oh, women are feminine, women are sexy, women treat you kind and wonderful and do things for you. And I'm like, what happens to most men when they go to Brazil, they start downing American women, especially American black women.
Wow.
Oh, American black women. Can I cuss on this show or keep it clean?
Feel free to just speak your heart.
Okay, good. They're like, fuck them women in America. Them black women ain't shit. It's all about the Brazilian woman. I'm like, because they fine and sexy, they know how to treat you. Well, they know how to treat you because they're trying to get to America.
Right.
So they do have a game to what they're doing. And also because they're known to be beautiful. I mean, this is what the world says about Brazilian women. So they have a certain esteem about them. And they play into it. So it's like, okay, this is fun. So, but a lot of men fall in love with that energy. And they want to stay in Brazil and live in Brazil. And like I said, forget American women, they ain't shit. It's clubs behind this stuff.
Wow.
And they always try to get me to join the clubs. I'm always debating them. I said, it's you. It ain't the women, it's you. So my thing was, I said, well, let me take this energy. Because what happens was, dealing with these women and getting all this attention, it didn't make me fall in love with them. Because I have tantric, sacred sex skills. Hello. So they couldn't dominate me. I wasn't like, oh, I've never been like, I'm like, it was literally at the point where they were like, you know, they were like, you're not, you didn't come? Because they ready to go to sleep. Go to sleep, shit. That's motherfucker all night. I'm like, no, I want more. So, but I ended up developing serious relationships with them. Because like a lot of these women, they'll deal with, you know, gangsters and folk mafia from Italy and type shit. Motherfuckers with cocaine on the bed and guns and shit. So these women are traumatized. You be sleeping with them, I mean, just sleep, cuddling. They wake up, whoa, whoa, whoa. So I used to talk to them, well, what's going on? Why are you waking up in cold sweats and scared? And they would tell me the stuff that they go through. So they like started coming around me and just wanting to be with me, right? Because I respected them and had a care for them instead of disrespecting them, right? And so I developed a lot of relationships with them, became friends with them. But I never got to the point where I fell in love and it's only them. I wanted to take, my thing was, let me take this energy I learned, because what they did was fed my masculine. I actually felt my testosterone raise. I got my health back. Literally, I changed. They empowered me just with their energy and frequency. So I said, this is interesting. When I go back to America, I'm going to teach and coach on women getting back into their feminine and men getting back into their masculine. Because men,
that's a touchy subject. It's real touchy, man. You know,
because women have had to get into their masculine because they're out of survival.
Right.
And brothers, mama's boys, so feminine, you know, always talking about their mama and hating their daddy, that they become these, you know, I'm not even talking about gay men. That's a whole nother thing. I'm talking about men in their feminine. They jealous, tripping, don't know how to treat women, always arguing, beating up on them. The beat up on a woman is a feminine aspect. That has nothing to do with masculine.
I agree.
So not taking care of business, wanting the women to pay for everything, looking for a mama, rather than being a man and doing what he's supposed to do. So and then women the opposite. Well, shit, I'm raising my child by myself. I got to be the man and the woman. And then a lot of women, you know, they get into you know, especially when they get older, then they get to the point, fuck men. And they fall in love with Jesus.
Right.
Now Jesus is their man.
So I'm glad you said that.
That's why I say if Jesus ain't never coming back, because he's gonna be a polygamist. You got a whole lot of women waiting on him. But go ahead.
What kind of pushback are you getting back? Because in our culture, the religious culture, quote unquote, having multiple women is frowned upon. You know, it's blasphemy almost. You know what I mean? So how are you presenting this to where it's acceptable? Because it's, you know, our culture, man. Like I say, it's right now women outnumber men 8-1.
Yes.
At least 8-1.
Yes.
But numbers wise, the religions don't want to hear that. Like, hey, you know what? No, and the Bible says, you know, he who find a wife find a good thing and this and that. But they don't talk about, you say about Solomon or Master Moses, you know, that he had multiple women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know,
Well, the Bible has all the stories about the men with multiple women.
Mm-hmm.
So it's right there in the Bible. But the thing is, see, my favorite character in the Bible is, who y'all think my favorite character is? See, it's not Jesus.
David.
Not David. King Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite woman in the Bible is not Mother Mary, it's Mary Magdalene. That's my favorite woman in the Bible.
You're going to touch on something.
See, that's like, so it's right there in the Bible, it's depending on who you're looking at. Now, why I say that is this, and when it goes to your question on how do I teach it, well, I tell them it's right there in the Bible, first of all. So you can't even argue, you read what you want to read. I'm reading the whole thing. And I'm like, but in reality is, and then I go into a social level as well, let's deal with reality. Didn't grandma have a child that didn't look like everybody else? You know, everybody dark, but this little albino child. You know, that wasn't, she don't look at me, that wasn't, don't look different, but right around the corner, it's a woman with children that look like his children. And the children play together, but don't nobody say nothing. And the women can't stand each other. Okay? So it's already going on, it's just nobody wants to deal with it.
Right.
And the reality is, it comes from us. This is what they were doing in the motherland. Right? Men had multiple women. But the key is, and this is for the sisters out there, don't go for that polygamy bullshit, one-side polygamy bullshit. In reality, polygamy means a man with multiple wives or a woman with multiple husbands. And that's what men don't want to deal with. The story of King Solomon, he had all these wives and concubines. He wasn't having sex with all of them. And you think that these women didn't have other men? It's just not talked about because we're in a patriarch society that only talks from the male point of view.
Right.
We don't talk about what the women were doing. You think back in the day, the king and queen day, when we was ruling shit, that when the king went away to fight and all these bad built-ass soldiers stayed to protect the queen, that they wouldn't bathe in her and taking care of her? I mean, y'all act like we stupid.
Right.
It's just not talked about.
Right.
You know, and then I talk to sisters in the motherland about polygamy. And I say, especially the women with these older dudes who got 5 or 6 wives. And you know he ain't handling his business in the bedroom with her.
Right.
He's too old.
Right.
So I'm like, what they doing? And they tell me, she said, well, most of the young women have boyfriends. And they call them cousins or business partners. Because in the patriarch society, they're looked down upon. And even in the village, life, a man will put, like if the husband goes out hunting, another man will put a spear on the on the hut. So when the husband would come back, he would know, I can't go in there because he getting busy with my wife.
Oh, wow.
So I gotta wait till the spear is gone. Till I come back. So this is just out of respect. This is what was going on naturally, is just not talked about because we're in a patriarch culture.
Right.
And when women today, they're looked upon as what? Hoes. They got all these words for women, but they don't have the same words for men.
Right.
So men get more, they have more ownership mindset behind what women do than what women do with women may get jealous and trip but they'll go along. A lot of them will go along with the program because it's already ingrained in them that polygamy is, well, he, you know what they swear, you know, he cheat, that's what he do. You know, I deal with it long as he giving me money, long as he paying my bills. You hear that kind of stuff. But when a woman cheat, what a man try to do? And I always tell women when I train women if they want to be in a polyamorous relationship, which I do polyamory, which is real polygamy. So I really do polygamy, but not, see, the male side of polygamy is called polygyny, man with multiple women. And then the woman side of it is called
Amory?
Not amory. That's the that's multiple loves.
Okay.
It'll come to me. But
Okay.
there's a woman side name for it. But the male side is polygyny. Polygamy is both. So I just teach and educate. What I'm doing is nothing new. You know, it's just what and polyamory means multiple loves. Multiple loves. So it can be 3 gay people. It's like whatever you define it to be. Everybody can do it with the way they want to do it. The way I do it is I'm a heterosexual male, so I have multiple women, but they can do what they want to do. They can just deal with me, or they can have other men. I really don't care because you ain't gonna take all my time. When you look at polygamous relationships, when it's one man and 4 or 5 women, watch who dies first.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's most likely the man.
You're dealing with 4 or 5 women coming at you for their sexual needs and their emotional needs. Usually that man ends up running away and getting a girlfriend. Because those 4 women become the same woman. It's like one woman on steroids.
Wow.
So it's like that's a lot of energy to deal with when it's just coming at you. Okay, so I always tell, I said, my thing is, I don't want all that. I always, please get somebody up. Please, leave me the fuck alone. So I'm like, because I got other shit to do. I can't be tied into your needs and your wants 24/7. So the way I do it, that's the way I do it. And I always tell monogamous men, you still need this information. Because one woman got 9 different personalities, you got to deal with all of them. You can't just be dealing with one woman one way.
Right.
So even in a monogamous relationship, you have to know, and I wish, see, my mistake or my lesson with this, I wish when I was so-called monogamous, I don't know how many monogamous people there really are, because even with me, when I was so-called monogamous, I always cheated with the woman I was with before. You know, it's like, so I wasn't out there looking for women. It was like I still had love for the woman I was with, especially if we had a child together. I come over and she looking good, and I'm getting ready to pick up my children and my child, and they looking at me and looking at us, and you see all this energy going. The attraction is there. She trying to get me back, and I'm missing her, because you know, when you separate with somebody, you always remember the good things till you get back with them. And say, oh, that's why I didn't get back with her. That's why we broke up. But so you get that energy going. So I would always cheat with the woman I was with before, and it didn't work. This is what weakened me as a man, because now I'm lying. When a man lies, you weaken yourself, and then it's not benefiting either of the women, because now I'm cheating, and she got something on the other woman, so she thinks she's superior. And now I'm hiding that secret, so I don't know when she gonna tell, so that's weakening me. Then I got the wife, or the woman I'm with, she's looking at me like she knows something wrong, but she may not quite know what it is, or she does know and she don't want to say nothing. And so now her self-esteem is going down because I'm hiding something from her, so I'm blocking energy from both women. So now they're both starting to hate me and reject me. They're starting to dry up energetically toward making love. They don't want to make love. They don't want to do shit because the wife is getting depressed. The other woman is like, well, he cheating on his wife. Well, he ain't shit, but she's still dealing with me. So it becomes an ugly situation for everybody, and especially the man where he's just becoming weaker and weaker and weaker because he's trying to keep the lie going. You know, so when a man is truthful and honest, and he gives the woman she gets the choice. You always want to give a woman choice.
Right.
And she can decide what she wants. And how are you going to move on it? Some women decide, well, I don't want to be with you. Well, that doesn't mean the relationship stops. And that's what men have got to understand. You know, when you break up with somebody, especially somebody you love, energetically that relationship is still going on because you're thinking about her.
Right.
You're wondering what she's doing. If she with a man, new dude, you're still getting jealous. So you're still in it energetically. You're still in a relationship with her, even though you're not in a physical relationship with her. So my thing is, you have to learn how to transition relationships.
I agree.
You know, it's like some women that I've been with that we may no longer have an intimate or sexually intimate relationship. We're still great friends. You know, and we still do things together. So you don't, and I don't let other women cut off my relationship with her. Well, you can't be with her, you're with me. Now, no, I'm with you and I'm with her. And we're not having sex. But if we decide to have that, that ain't none of your business. I'm really that, I'm that serious.
Right.
You know, and then, but so don't, and what I like to call that is emotional terrorism. Don't, and that's subtle emotional terrorism, but don't try to lock me into your belief system. Because we don't have to be together. We can just be friends.
Right.
Because I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna give you love, and I'm gonna support you doing you. So I'm like, this comes from me being raised or me coming into this world as a twin. I know that's like, oh, where are you coming from on that? I understand unconditional love. I was with somebody that was in the womb. I love my brother. Whatever he do, I'm gonna love him. But whatever he does has consequences, especially if it's negative. So I gotta keep him at a certain distance when he fuck up. But that don't stop our relationship and love.
Right.
So it'll get back to where it was. So it's the way I deal with women. It's like, I don't treat everybody the same. It's based on our relationship.
I agree.
And when people understand that, all my relationships flourish based on me dealing with them individually, and whatever our karma, whatever our tie is, what are we supposed to be doing together? What are we building? What are we creating? It's beyond the physical, it's like this book, it's the physical bedroom. It's like my wife, you know, we currently don't live together, but she lives right down the street.
Oh, wow.
She actually helped me co-write this book. So every sale of this book, she gets 50%. So we're still in business together, and we still have a loving relationship, right? My other lady in Chino, we invest together, so we do projects together. We make money together on that end. We have a very intimate relationship. The woman out here in Houston that I deal with, we invest together. We have a relationship. So it's like, what do we have more than just sex? I'm not a playboy. I want to get that real clear. I am not a playboy. I'm a man who has multiple women, but it's social. It's like we're building and creating something. And I really believe that the way I do it can save communities. Because like I said before, that brother, you don't have to struggle.
Right.
And that's what I want to create. We ain't got it. We got resources now. What's your resource? How can we support you? How can you support us? You know, we can co-op and buy food together. We can share our money together. And we still ain't. You can still live in your hut. I live over here, but I go back and forth, and everybody's happy.
Right.
Children are happy. You know, everybody's being taken care of. The women are happy. So let's pool it in that way. But again, the sisters can have their own individual world And one thing I always teach women too, when they move into this circle, and this is what I want to get clear with women, that I don't go for the mentality of when a woman marries a man and he's the head of the household and we're building the kingdom and blah, blah, blah. Well, what happens when you the housewife and he tired of you? Now you ain't got shit. I always tell women, because you get boring when you're just a housewife. It's like how I see your woman working with you. That's what you want. So what happens is that when that happens, I always tell women, you know, you build your queendom, the man builds his kingdom, together you build an empire. That means if anything goes down, you cool, because you got your queendom flourishing. You about your queendom is connected to his kingdom, and it's a partnership, but it ain't him running everything.
Right.
That's the mistake a lot of women make. So when they break up, they get bitter and they're struggling and they're waiting on child support and blah. You come in, you leave with, you got your own money. Rather if he giving you money or not, you got your millions. And that's what I want women to create. You ain't missing a fucking beat. You know, somebody try to throw you out, ain't nobody throwing you out. You know, like men do, they want to cut off the bank accounts, get the fuck out. I'm leaving, and when I leave, I'm going into my other house. You see what I'm saying? It's like when a woman kick a man out. Like don't be no dude laying up under no woman, because she gonna get tired of you, naturally. And then when she throw you out, you ain't got nowhere to go. You know that you can't. We breaking up, I'm going to my other condo. You know, it's like we got to get rid of that stress. And the only way we do that is you have to understand that men build their kingdom, women build their queendom, together we build an empire. Together we build an empire. So we're expanding on what I'm doing. We have more resources to grab into. I can grab into your kingdom and take some and utilize your resources. I can grab into your queendom and utilize your resources. And when I say that, I mean you can even do it as a couple in the same house, but always define your own greatness.
Right, I agree.
Don't define it, you know, his greatness. I'm defining his greatness for my greatness. Get your own greatness. Right. Because that's what I helped you for 10 years and I did this for you and this is what I get. How many stories grandma done told them stories?
It's a bunch of them.
You know, and so we just try to get, my thing is for women to be free, financially, sexually, so they don't have to be, I don't want them, you know, having secret lovers. Because, you know, women tell better lies than men, you know. Man. See, women can just lie in your face. What were you doing? Nothing. Men be like, I was with Cynthia. Who's Cynthia? You know, all the questions. Who's Cynthia? You was with Cynthia who? Well, you know, Cynthia, you know, I met her when, you met her where? Well, I met her on Facebook. You met her on Facebook. What was you doing? What was you doing DM and Cynthia? You know, you get all that. Oh, yeah. And she gonna check Cynthia. Well, Cynthia said she you know, what I saw she worked at a strip club. You know, you hear all that. Yeah. But we don't ask women all them questions. Right. They just like, I was just with my girlfriends. Just got my hair done. And she was fucking Tyrone. So women can lie very well. Because why can they lie better? Because women, and which is a good trait, to be a good liar when you, especially when the motherfucker gonna go crazy. But because we're in a patriarch system, they always gotta lie to themselves. Wow. Women always got, you're in a male-dominated society. How does a woman get good through it? Tell me this. When the brother asks you, how many men have you had sex with? 3. When it was really 30.
30, right.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Women,
Right.
they doing that because when the man says, if you tell a man 30,
Yeah. He look at you like, yeah.
she ain't marriage material.
Yeah.
She worn out, her pussy all straight. You know how brothers do. She pussy all stretched out. Brothers are insane. It's like the whole thing is like, you know, when the Mideast brothers, when they come over here, oh, the name is polyandry. That's the woman's side, woman with multiple husbands.
Yes, husband.
That's polyandry.
Okay.
But when men say Mideast brothers, when they go to war, when they like put explosions on them and commit suicide and destroy shit, you know what they're told? They're told that you do this for Allah. You do this for Allah. When you die, there's 72 virgins waiting for you in heaven. That's what they tell these crazy motherfuckers.
Wow.
It's like, my thing is, who the fuck wants 72 virgins? That sounds like hell, don't it? 72 virgins, women who don't know what to do? 72 of them? That you got to train each one? That don't sound like it. I want 72 hoes. I want strippers with wings.
Wow.
Because they know what they're doing. That's that's heaven to me.
Right.
And also a woman who's sexually active, how come a man ain't a hoe? If she's sexually active, that means she's probably very orgasmic and she loves men. But if a woman is told she's a hoe, she's going to start disliking men, but she still wants sex because she's got that type of passion. And that's where you get women who are schizophrenic because they're passionate, but they don't like what men think about them. So now they got to hide. And when women have to hide, it stops their prosperity.
Wow.
Okay, because it stops their, their expansion or their growth because they can't be authentic. Anytime you can't be authentic, it's going to mess with your true abundance. So I teach women, if that's the way they are, it's like you got to manage, like a sacred man manage multiple women. Women can learn from this book too. You have to learn how to manage multiple men. And even if you're not having sex with them, like, a lot of women they'll be working at an office and they have a husband at home, but they have a husband.
A work husband.
Work husband. Right? Somebody they sharing information to and they're very into because he listens to me. Well, shit, he's with you all fucking day.
Right.
It's boring.
Right.
What happened? What happened at home with your husband? So now you're emotionally tied to this person. And when women get emotionally tied, they start getting turned on. Because now he makes me feel vulnerable. I can be me. I can tell him the truth. Because I can't tell my husband at home. Because he working. I don't want to hear that shit. Right? But he busting his ass. This work husband, he's working with you. You guys have a dynamic thing going on. And now you have an intimate conversation, and then you go out for drinks, one thing leads to another, y'all fucking. Now you're in the position where, oh shit, I got my husband at home, I'm falling in love with this dude, how do I do? I teach women how you deal with that energy. Of course, most men fuck their secretary, especially if they're running their business. And the white guy just come in and see this shit and know he fucking her. And ain't nobody saying shit. So the white coming in, all of a sudden bringing lunch. What the fuck? It's like coming in at wrong times because she trying to catch you do shit because she feeling the energy. And the secretary smiling at her but hating on her because she want to be the wife. So those are the things that we got to get past. Where the secretary and the wife and the office husband and the husband should know what's going on to make her life wonderful. So now she got a wonderful life at home, and she got a wonderful life at the office. Because she's spending more time at the office than she is at home.
Right.
That's the reality. 9 to 5. Look, think about it. When a person goes to work, especially if they're, communing, it takes them a while to get to work. So you got to get up. Your mind is on work. When you get up in the morning, your breakfast, clean, you're getting ready for work. As soon as that alarm clock go on, so your mind ain't even on. You just going through the motions. Just feed you, get the kids out, buy husband, and here's some morning sex. But my mind is on work. You're trying to get there. So just like when you get off, now you get off, you're thinking about work. What happened in the day? I'm trying to stress release and get home so I can relax. So that 8 hours really turns into 10 to 12 hours. That your mind is in work mode. So how much time do you really spend nurturing your relationships? So if that happens and you're over here doing this and doing that and you're cheating, now you just going schizophrenic. You going crazy. And you watch women self-destruct, laying it out all on the table. And I'm not saying everybody should do this, but I'm just saying let's get past the cheating and let's be honest with what we're doing and what we really want. Monogamy is cool. I'm not denying monogamy. You can have a great relationship with monogamy, but treat it like you're an individual and they're an individual and you're coming together for a bigger purpose. And don't, even when in a monogamous relationship, don't lock yourself out of other relationships. Like, she should be able to have men friends. Oh, she can't have men friends that they all want to fuck her. Well, she's fuckable. Why wouldn't they want to fuck her? It's up to her if she want to fuck them.
That's true.
It's up to her. All the women I hang with, most of them want to fuck me. But I ain't got to fuck them all.
Right.
And what you want to do is transfer that energy into something that's sustainable. Because there's something else what you're doing in the relationship. And the man, the husband, shouldn't be tripping off of just she may bring $10 million to her relationships.
Right.
Those other men are doing stuff that he possibly can't do. It's like what my women always say, like, I wouldn't go camping. I don't want to go camping. Go with Douglas. Douglas like to camp. Go with him. She go camping. She come back. I'm doing whatever I was doing. She's happy. But she ain't wearing me out on camping. Okay? Go with the one that want to go camping with you. And they don't even have to be having sex. I don't give a fuck if you do or don't. But I'm not going camping. So my thing, I'm not concerned about what you do. My thing is what I do. What I do to make me happy. So if I'm happy, my happiness is going to rub off on you. You're going to be happy. I want you to be happy. Now everybody happy. Douglas is happy. He had somebody went camping with him. Right? And he get to look at, ooh, your booty look good in this camping tent. So he got all that. He's cool. Everybody cool. That's where I am. Douglas ain't got no problem with me. I ain't got no problem with him. He's cool. Boom. So my thing is, when men understand this, that they know how to, it's all tribal. Even the men in their lives are part of my tribe. I don't deal with them because I'm not all in the man's face. I ain't trying to hang out with him. I ain't trying to do threesomes with him. I'm not, I can't be in the bed with another man making love to a woman.
Right.
I can't do it because when I'm looking at him, I don't get turned on. I know women say just concentrate on, no, but I smell that motherfucker. I get, no, it's not happening. That's just me. So, and I don't force women to have threesomes, 2 women and a man, because usually those are bisexual women that like to do that. Regular women, they're not about that. So it's like, it's what they want to do. I'm not, here, let's do a threesome. My mind don't work like that. It's like even with women, there's like two sides. There's a kitchen table poly, and there's parallel poly. Poly is where we all work together, build like polygamy, like polygamous relationship, where parallel poly is everything separate. It's like however women want to come. I don't force it. I used to try to force it. You know, when you first want y'all to come together. Y'all come together, y'all be sister-wide. You talking about some jealousy and some combative stuff. When you force it, now when they come together on their own, I like you, yeah, let's do this for Dewayne, and we can hang out and blah, blah, we into the same thing, we can start a business, blah, blah. That's on them. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. You come with that, I can help support it, but if you ain't coming with it, it don't make me no difference, because I can deal with them each individually.
Gotcha. We were talking on the way here about other things that you do as far as like, you mentioned businesses. So you mentioned Forex, because Forex is trending now. It really started being popular. Well, I got exposed to last year around January.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so, and we talked about, getting with Tradera.
Yes. Yeah.
Tradera, y'all need some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And I saw the people from Tradera going to Epic. I didn't.
Yes.
I
didn't make that move.
No, I didn't want to.
They went to Epic, and it was another company out there. But now people leaving Epic and going to another company.
Wow, yeah.
now Epic ain't shit. So I was with IML. That was the first one.
Okay.
I was with Tradera. I signed up for Epic for a day. I didn't do nothing with it. My thing is the Forex. It doesn't. No one knows what that is. It's the currency market. You deal with currency like the euro versus the U.S. dollar, the Japanese versus the U.S. dollar, the British pound versus the Swiss dollar. It's like it's dealing with the money of different countries around the world.
Right.
So I love the Forex. I started off in the stock market doing option trading. The thing is with option trading, it's like the stock market, since I was an entertainer, it's only open in the daytime. So I'm sleeping in the daytime.
Right.
I'm up all night.
Right.
So I was like, I had to find something where I could do when I got home, because I'm restless. And that was the Forex.
Gotcha.
So, and the Forex moves faster than the stock market. And it's not based on the business, it's based on countries. And I can make money, sell, if it's in a sell position or a buy position. So I love the Forex. And, but what I didn't love was trading. And I was a good trader. But if you're going to do it, you have to love it, because it takes so much of your world.
It does.
As you know.
Right.
And people say, oh, you only have to trade an hour a day. Yeah, but you're thinking about it all day, especially if you're in the trade. And then if you just trade an hour a day, and you're scalping and you get in and out of the trades, guess what happens? You're thinking about trades that you could have did. So your mind is constantly on it.
Right.
That's why I didn't like. And then if I'm in a trade, if I'm losing a trade, in the drawdown, I'm emotional. When is it going to come back? When my trade going to come back? Or if I'm winning in the trade, I feel good. I feel great. I'm winning. I'm making money. So it's like, it was too emotional for me.
I agree.
So, and then it's like if I had a woman and dealing with multiple women, I'm in a trade, and shut the fuck up, I'm trading. I don't want to hear all that. I'm trading. I'm like, so that didn't work for my relationships. And then what I discovered, I said, ooh, I like the money. I just didn't like who I was becoming. So I got into what we call, and this is the key word, I have a company called the Wealth Portal, an investment group. And the word that we do is automated investing. Automated investing. Everything I do is being done for me. Whether it's technology, with robots in the Forex market and the cryptocurrency market, or it's third-party traders traders that love trading are trading for me.
Gotcha.
So everything's automated. So I make a lot of money, thousands a week, just on automated investing. I'm sitting here right now making money in the cryptocurrency market. Right now. Well, actually, it's not the weekend. All markets, actually the Forex market too. So that's the way I like it, because it's easy for me to build. It's easy for me to create money because all I got to do is put money in there. All I got to do is fund it.
Right. All right. Like I said, we can dive into so much more. To everybody, first of all, where can they find your book? Where can they find you on Instagram, Facebook? Where can they find you?
Well, they can get my book. They can go to DewayneMooney.com and leave information and say they want to buy the book. I don't have it up there yet. They can also go to Amazon, but I'd rather them get it through me now.
Yeah.
And so you can get it through me. Go to DewayneMooney.com. Also on Facebook is Dewayne Mooney. But what you want to do is really get with the Wealth Portal group. That's a private group on Facebook. That's my investment club, and really see what we're doing. It's called the Wealth Portal. The name of the group is the Wealth Portal, but it's the Wealth Portal group on Facebook, and it's free.
Gotcha.
Just invite yourself, get in, and see what we're doing. We have people making a lot of money.
Gotcha.
And so my thing is, you know, I really want people to function on a high level. I'm not saying I have all the answers, but I know my shit works.
Gotcha.
I know my shit. I mean, you have women that's 30, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, that they look young. I have beautiful women around me because they're free and they're making money. And then we have the whole holistic lifestyle toward eating and fitness and everything else going on, where, you know, there's the Wealth Portal investment group, but it's also the Wealth Portal lifestyle, which is incorporating you living your best life.
Gotcha.
And that's what my coaching is about, for people to live their best life and be authentic.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
So that's what we're doing.
Okay.
So we're having a lot of fun.
Gotcha. Yeah. I got to come. I mean, I've been in California one time. I had people in Long Beach and whatnot. I was in Long Beach was company. I feel, but you know, I was out there, man. I love California, man.
Yeah.
So I got to go out there and visit, man.
You know, it's even better now because of the COVID. What happened is, you know, all the factories are not working as hard. So the air is
clear. Right. Okay. Gotcha.
So LA with clean air. Because you got the beaches, the weather,
right? But
with clean air, it takes it to another level.
Right, I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
So we loving LA right now.
Gotcha. All right. So you said you're gonna be back down here.
June 20th. Right now they're setting up a comedy show.
Okay.
And it's going to be a tribute to Paul Mooney.
Okay.
So we're going to do our comedy, give some information on Paul, who he really was, etc. Even show some video. It's going to be in a comedy club, but it's a special event.
Okay.
And that should be going down June 20th.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you know, I'll come back, do an interview, and
most definitely.
I'll let you know you guys are definitely invited.
Okay.
Me too. I don't mean the audience. I'm talking about these two. You're definitely invited, and we're gonna make it happen.
That sounds like a plan, man. So, hey, make sure to follow me on Instagram on Politically Street. Also, I'm on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel on Politically Street. Also, keep in mind, there should be no I in politics, and what that means is, you know, if you do the etymology of the word politics, poly means many, and you have TIC as the root word, blood-sucking parasite. So
I like that. I like that.
So
who came with that? You or her?
Neither. It's out there. It's been out there.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Well, but as far as there should be no I in politics, I come up with that.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. You came up with that. So now, when did you come up with it?
Like last week.
Last week? What was y'all doing? Were you with her?
No, I wasn't with her. No.
What was you doing though?
What was I doing? Trying to figure out why my banner had the I missing in Politically Street. Anyway, hey y'all, I'm Robert J. Anthony, Community Ambassador, man. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
This is Dewayne Mooney. I'm your investor. I'm your success coach. I just wrote a book called Sacred Man, How to Love, Heal, and Manage Multiple Women. This is about polyamory, how to do it the right way, It's incredible. Also, I have an investment club that got people making a lot of money. And I want you to subscribe to Politically Street. Go to YouTube, go to all your social medias, and listen to what they're doing and what they're talking about. They do great interviews. They interviewed me, and it's wonderful. And you can get a chance to learn and be educated and be entertained with Politically Street.